Hey, it is Monday and it's the start of a vlog. It's actually like 4 p.m. In my defense, I did get home last night from work / this morning from work at like 3 a.m. And then I had made plans to get coffee with one of my friends at 10. So I rolled out of bed at 9:30 and went to meet them for coffee. And so I was there hanging out with them for a few hours, so I didn't check in. I didn't have time to check in and start the vlog before then. And then I ran a few errands, and then I'm just getting home. So I'm starting the vlog. Hi, welcome. One of my errands was to get a Brad Marchand jersey. I had ordered one and they gave me a women's jersey, and those are more form-fitting and I don't like that for myself. So I did exchange it, and the guy was like, you should have just waited till tomorrow because they're going on sale, because he just got traded. But I'm mourning the fact that he got traded. I'm really unhappy about it. And the more I think about it, the more unhappy I am. Like, what do you mean we just traded our captain and a player who's been on the Bruins for 16 years for like a bag of chips? A bag of like Dollar Tree chips. Like, what do you mean? It's a conditional 2027 second round draft pick. Like, are you joking? Absolutely insane work from the Bruins for me. I'm just like, I cannot believe it. I'm so upset about it. I know I don't talk about hockey that much, but I am a fan of hockey. I just can't watch it because we don't have the channel that I can watch it. I'm like so upset. But anyway, I did get a Bruins jersey. So I went to the store and I exchanged it for the right size. They didn't have any more of the one that I wanted, but they did have one that I liked. So I just got that one. Now midnight is here. The cats have just both eaten. And I'm home. It's 4. Charlotte is at work. She's closing today, so I have like all afternoon to do like nothing. I should do some chores, and I do have some work that needs to get done, and I should also be writing. But instead, I'm probably going to take a little nap, and I'm also going to hopefully finish Rebel Witch. I started it yesterday before I had to go to work, and I read 110 pages. So I made quite a lot of progress in just one day. So I'm hoping that I can finish this either today or tomorrow, and then I can start my next read, which I can't remember what I decided it would be. And I'm in my room and my TBR is out on my desk. So I'll update you with that later, but I just figured I would start the vlog now before I kept forgetting to. So yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to take a nap and read. And then I will update you in a little bit what I got done. So. Hey, it is Tuesday and I'm checking in really late. It's like 8:38 at night. But I have a reason for it. I was busy this morning. Oh my God, it will not stay focused. Hopefully this fixes it. But I slept in not too much, but I did need some extra sleep after having to wake up earlier than I like really should have woken up yesterday after being at work until like 2 in the morning. And then I drove Charlotte into work, and I went over to the Barnes & Noble, like right across from Charlotte's work, to work on some writing. I got some good writing done. And then I drove to the hospital to visit my Grammy because my Grammy had a fall, and so she's in the hospital. So I made the drive there. That was like 2 hours, 1 hour there, 1 hour back. So I spent like an hour-ish at the hospital before I had to come back to pick up Charlotte. So now I'm just like waiting for Charlotte to get out of work. While I was at Barnes & Noble, obviously I bought some books because even though I said that I wasn't going to buy any more books, I lied. Sorry. I picked up Blood Beneath the Snow by Alexandra Kennington. I don't really know anything about this, but I did see that we had gotten an ARC at work, and I meant to take it, and then I couldn't find it, so I think somebody else took it, but it came out, so I just grabbed it. And I'm a sucker for a hardcover that doesn't have a dust jacket. It's like, I'm a sucker for it. Anyway, and then I got Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. Did I buy this because it's a hockey romance and I'm currently mourning the loss of Brad Marchand on the Bruins? Yes. Am I ignoring the fact that today I think they're currently playing them? The Bruins are playing the Florida Panthers right now, and Brad Marchand is not on the Bruins, and it's distressing to me. Yes. But I'm gonna die. That's not the only reason. I have been intrigued in, like, delving in to the hockey romance world, but I haven't yet. But the depression and the mourning period that I'm in definitely did influence this purchase. And then I got something for Charlotte, which she doesn't know about yet. I got her The Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. She's been really wanting this. I think one of the last times we went to the Burlington Barnes & Noble, she was looking for it and then was disappointed when she found out it didn't come out for like 2 months. So I picked it up for her today while I was at Barnes & Noble. And then I had some books that I needed to return, or not return. I had some books that I wanted to sell to the book outlet. Some of them were mine, some of them were my mom, so I did get my mom a box set of the Hunger Games, because she's been wanting those, because we can't find the ones that we had at her house originally. And then I got Crossroads by Devney Perry, and Sunlight by Devney Perry. These are both cowboy romances, I'm pretty sure. So I had to buy them. So anyway, that's my update. Charlotte should be out of work soon, and I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything since someone turned on their car lights. I haven't eaten anything since noon, and it's almost 9. So very hungry, so hopefully I'll be able to eat soon. And I'm gonna go because now those people keep flashing their lights and I feel like they're judging me. Okay, bye. Hey everyone, it's Editing Hannah here, and apparently for this vlog I filmed all of my check-ins in S&Q mode. I also filmed all my B-roll footage in S&Q mode, but at least the B-roll is usable. I am going to do a voiceover for each of the clips that I know at least a little bit what I'm talking about, but otherwise I am so sorry. I'm still going to post the vlog because what the hell. You would think that I would have only had to learn this lesson once and not make this mistake again, but apparently we're on the second time.
So we're just going to go from there. In this vlog, I was talking about the Bruins and how they ruined my life by trading Brad Marchand to the Florida Panthers, and how I had to go out and finally replace my Marchand jersey because Brad Marchand has always been my favorite hockey player, my favorite Bruins player, and I am still devastated about the loss.
I'm home from work. I'm having Charlotte hold my little light because I don't have a lamp over here. And I wanted to show you my new little Miffy Bagoo. She's so cute. I got the fanny pack one because I didn't have any style like this. And I did put my Laboobs on here. And I think she's a little bit, I think she's a lot, but she's not too much. But I think if I add some more little danglies, then it'll even itself out. But I just really wanted to show you because they're so cute. I can barely see them. Look into the light, don't go into the light, oh, so beautiful butterflies. I'm cat rich. They have two kitties.
So in this clip, I am talking about The Rebel Witch. I have been reading it over the last few days. I am so close to being done with it, but I did have to go into work, so I had to wait. I did end up finishing the book today, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The Heartless Hunter, the first book, was a favorite of 2024, and this book had a lot to live up to. For the most part, it did, but there were some things that I didn't love about it, which I'll go into detail more when I can actually hold up the book and you'll see me and it's not in slow-mo, but that's what this clip was. In this clip, I was talking about how I got a collector's edition of The Mask of Mirrors from The Broken Binding, I believe. I found it on Mercari. I was so excited. I had tried to get on the wait list for the next 3 months to be able to get this series. This is one of my all-time favorite series, but it didn't work out, and I was so excited that I found it on Mercari. I ended up also getting offered by the seller to sell me the other two as they come out, so that was also very exciting, and I'll insert a clip here of the book. this one, I just wanted to show you the cool new art that I got for my cowboy romance that I'm writing. These are my two characters. I'm literally obsessed. I'll like link the artist in my description below because she is so amazing. I've gotten so much art from her. I just adore her and she does such a wonderful job. But I just wanted to share. I'm literally obsessed. All right, I think this is the last voiceover for the vlog, and I am so sorry. But in this one, I believe I was talking about how I had started Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This is a really popular YA novel. It is a fantasy series. The third one just recently came out, but the premise is that we have our main girl, Bree. Her mom died, and when she's in the hospital, the cops tell her that it was an accident, yada yada yada, but then she goes to like this early college program and she starts to realize that maybe there's more to her mother's death than she was expecting. And so she attempts to join this secret society that has to do with King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table to try and figure out what actually happened to her mom.
Hey, it's Hannah, editing Hannah, and I'm here to do a wrap up. I did check to make sure that this is not in S&Q mode. I don't know what happened in that vlog. I am so sorry. But I did manage to finish and start I managed to finish one book and start another one. So we finished Rebel Witch by Kristen Ciccarelli. I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 4.5 star rating. Heartless Hunter, which is the first book, was one of my best books of 2024. I absolutely loved it, and Rebel Witch had a lot of expectations to meet, and for the most part it did meet those expectations. I did have two major issues with it. The first being that it definitely could have been at least like 50 pages longer. I don't think that this book needed to be a trilogy. I think it worked as the duology, but it definitely needed a little bit longer at the end because the ending felt a little rushed in comparison with the pacing of the rest of the book. And then my other issue with it is that it really should have been classified as adult or new adult. And this is one of the reasons why I think new adult needs to be a genre and a section in bookstores, because this definitely straddles the line between YA and adult. It reads more YA. That's not derogatory, but it does read more YA in the style of writing, and I really enjoy that style of writing. But there was some explicit content that I felt veered more towards the adult side of explicit content. I understand that there's a nuanced conversation that happens pretty consistently about sexual content and sex being discussed in YA novels. I have no issue with sex being mentioned, characters having sex in YA novels, but I don't think it should be explicit. I think it can be mentioned. I think like Closed Door is great, but when it becomes to the point where it reads more explicit to me, where there's descriptive detail about what's happening, what parts are going where, I feel like that verges on the line of definitely new adult, if not adult. YA as a genre is geared towards young readers or younger people age 13 to age 18. And there are definitely older people who do read YA and would enjoy sexual explicit content. But I don't think it should be YA books that we're finding that stuff in. My Charlotte and I were talking about it, and Charlotte said something that really resonated with me, which was that I feel like I should be able to read any passage from a YA novel to my parents
and feel comfortable. And when I was reading, some of the passages that I particularly struck me as odd to be in a YA novel, even Charlotte was like, I would not want to read that out loud to my parents. So I just like, I get that that might be a personal preference thing. But while I liked it for me personally, and I had no problem with reading it myself, I definitely don't think that it was appropriate to be in a YA book, if that makes sense. I would love to see Kristen Ciccarelli write a adult book. I would love to see what she does with that space, and just based on the content and the way that she wrote Rebel Witch. But as it stands, as a YA novel, I don't think that content should have been in it. If you've read it, you know. But ultimately 4.5 stars. And then I did start Legendborn. I feel like I also read this in the next vlog, so I won't talk too much about it. This did not work for me. I think it's very well written. I can definitely see why it's so popular, but there were just things about it that didn't work for me, specifically just the fact that these characters are like descendants, or there's some kind of connection to King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, but they're all in North Carolina. I find it hard to believe that all of the characters in this secret society are white and not people of color, seeing as it's been 1,500 years since the Knights of the Round Table, or the legend as we know it has existed. So it just seems weird that she's the only person of color in the book, and that seems like such a silly reason, but I don't want to get too into it. I don't want to yuck everybody's yum. I'm definitely the minority of that opinion, but I was expecting something different, and it just didn't it just didn't live up to the expectation for me. And I have so many other books that I want to read. I'm trying to get better at DNFing even when I feel bad about it, so don't hate me, and I hope you'll still watch the next video. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!